Comfortably Platinum! Welcome to another edition of Comfortably Platinum. Yeah, nice little intro video. You see that? Somebody made that for me. I'll put their name hopefully in the description below. Anyway, let's jump right into it. Thank you for watching, by the way. So, we're going to start off hot. I'm messing around with this format since I'm doing it all the time. Why not? We're going to start off hot. We're going to the Ultimate Anarchy match. They put up highlights from last year's match, and hopefully we'll be up and running shows again and be able to do it this time in front of a paying audience. But let's see what they did last year. This Ultimate Anarchy highlight, it is super awesome. Keep a lookout for a bunch of Georgia wrestling regulars and some really unbelievable spots that occur, especially at the end of the highlight reel in the second minute. And go.
Walk right in, all you sinners and saints. Tonight's the night we're gonna take off these chains. Some moves will never mend. It came with a warning, now we're all out of time. This romance with ignorance has left us behind. Sit back, relax, begin. It's too early for surrender, too late for a prayer. We can't go to hell if we're already there. They say the end is coming and I need to prepare. We can't go to hell if we're already there. It's no mystery, what can I say? We're blind by design, and history keeps getting paid to change its mind. Some moves will never mend. Divided by deception, but together we must rise. Deafened by the naive while we silence the wise. So sit back, relax, begin. It's too early for surrender, too late for a prayer. We can't go to hell if we're already there. They say the end is coming and I need to prepare. We can't go to hell if we're already there. Turn that fear into a soother.
Pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. This is a picture that almost won for favorite picture. Barely edged out, more because of the personal attachment I have to the picture that won for favorite this time around. But it's a great picture, and like I said, I want to start off hot this time around. So let's take a look at it. It is a cartoon, an illustrated picture. Has a real cartoon look about it of the AEW roster, and here it is. Really cool, really cool. I'm really high on AEW lately just because I admire the creativity. I admire the way that they're kind of going around the naysayers. I saw that the ratings for the last show, they're right around the 1 million again. And now people are saying, well, yeah, everybody's stuck at home. Of course, more people are going to watch their show. But yet NXT continued to go down and they went up. Pretty impressive stuff by AEW. That reminds me, I am going to put out a... my plan is tonight to put out a P-list as well. And then tomorrow I will likely have another Comfortably Platinum. I think I already have enough video clips and pictures that I'm not using for this one that I can use tomorrow. Comfortably Platinum, and then hopefully a CVW, our first show, our first official show. If you haven't watched the episode 0 where we set up CVW, please go and find that one and do it. All right, what are we getting into next? Joshua Hagan, who did the one-man St. Patrick's Parade, graces us with another video to show that he's holding up just fine. Wow. Wow. What else can you say about that except for wow? Bold choices. The scarf, bold choices. Speaking of bold, Shalandra Royal, she was up for Most Improved. She was up for Female Personality of the Year in the Georgia Wrestling History Awards, and makes a strong case for herself. This clip isn't very long, but check out the forearm shot on this one. Hot damn. That's how you throw a fucking forearm. Scary as hell. By the way, for the wrestlers who are not doing shows right now, are you working on simple techniques? How many punches are you throwing a day? How many forearms are you giving a day until it is absolutely perfect? How's your footwork on things? Just asking a question. Cool. Ever since yesterday, people have been sending me wrestling memes of all sizes and shapes. This one is the one that definitely caught my fancy for today, and here it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you. Boom. I remember that WrestleMania. I watched it at my friend Scott Warren's house. And I remember Matt Myers and I, the Carpenter, and I were quite taken with Flair's retirement. And for someone to make a meme out of that and related to the whole CV thing going on is hysterical, It invoked a lot of different kind of feelings and memories. Awesome. People often ask, because a lot of my friends who are musicians or have kids that are musicians or whatever have been doing these sort of live performances. And believe it or not, I try to check in when I can, when I'm doing something around the house in particular. You know, great. If you're a performer, I want to watch your stuff. And, you know, the exchanges are, you know, when you're texting back and forth or whatnot, oh, they notice, hey, Steve, how you doing? And I'm like, great. So what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm obviously on Facebook, right? But I don't think that's a true indication. And even these videos that I put together are not a true indication of how I look when I'm scrolling around looking for the videos and pictures and reading messages and things like that. You want to know what the fuck it looks like often when I'm scrolling through Facebook? I'm going to give you a little taste of that right now. So I'm going to put what I end up seeing every time I scroll through fucking Facebook. I see this ad, and this is what I typically look like looking at this ad that I definitely should look away from. And here we go. What the fuck? Why are you trying to move that one? It makes no fucking sense. Oh, you're going to put the water on the money? What the fuck? Now the dude's fucking dead. It's so stupid. All right, okay, we're gonna try again. No, don't move the water first. Why don't you move the lava into the water? Obviously it would work. The guy's dead again. Try this again. All right, move the lava peg first into the water, and then it'll evaporate, and then it'll be fine, and then the money will cover up the, my God, why do you keep doing it this way? Okay, why do I keep watching? Obviously it's just on a loop. Why can't I look away? Why am I tempted to actually download this game. I know it's not like this at all. Okay, one last time. Let me look through the comments. Oh, this isn't actually in the game. This isn't actually what you see in the game. Oh. Well, then why for... Oh my god, he's dead again. This time, just do it. Of course he's not going to do it right. Why do I watch this thing more than once? Fuck. I'm losing my mind. And that's what it's like when I scroll through my Facebook feed. Maybe you don't have the same experience. If you don't, kudos to you. But every one of those stupid things, or any of the mafia things where it's just like, make a decision. Are you going to stab the mafia boss? Or are you going to help him against the police? I watch that shit, and I watch them more than once. If they're on that like 10-second loop or 30-second loop, I watch them. I watch them more. I haven't downloaded any of those games yet. Always because I read the comments and people go like, it's not like this at all. And even if it was, why the fuck would I want to put myself through that? Am I going to succumb? That is my ultimate test of wills. I've been pretty good about like diet and maintaining my workout and pushing ahead forward, trying to make money and getting these videos out. I've been doing pretty good, all things considered, but will I break down and download one of those shit-tastic games I see advertised on Facebook? Don't worry, Marvel Contest of Champions, I would never cheat on you. Maybe. Maybe. All right, our non-wrestling video of the show. You could say that ad thing was on the last one, but nah, I'm not counting it. I'm not counting it. I'm not even going to preface this one. I'm just going to show it to you so you can experience the bad acidness for yourself. Here it is. huh? Yeah, cool. I will say that I flipped out the first time the guy cut the orange or whatever it was, and then he cut the hand and it wasn't his hand. I was just like, because I saw that for the first time on my phone, so my phone's not the best. It's sort of smudged and stuff, and I freaked out. I looked like that dog in that video where they got the dog cake and they cut the face off and then they show the other dog and the real dog is freaking out. That was me watching the knife go through the hand cake. But I found that whole thing super fascinating. A lot of people got with me based on the marble race one, cursing me for introducing them to that, and now that they're going out of their way to find these marble race videos. My bad. But as I stumble upon this stuff, as we all are, as we're dealing with this thing of being inside, and I mean, I'm still working and doing all that stuff, but you know, to keep myself sane, I'm looking at video stuff and I'm throwing together videos and staying super busy as I can. Great. This next video is really cool. Thunder Rosa. If you don't know who that is, so I believe it's the NWA Women's Champion, but fantastic talent in the ring and just a fantastic person from all evidence. And this is just a little video where she's talking about the process of becoming a citizen and things to look out for. I'm sure I'll have other videos from her and about her in the future, but I just wanted to put up this one because I stumbled upon it and watched it and it really touched me, and perhaps you will feel the same. Here it is.
Alright guys, so my next video come out in 1 minute or less than a minute in YouTube. I will have the link for you. This is about my speech for my citizenship and like the day of my test. So check it out. It's pretty short, but I hope you enjoy the speech. Chris Wolf actually helped me make that speech. So, and wait until the end. It's actually really funny. But again, thank you for liking, subscribing, and watching the stuff. Like I said, more videos be coming up in the next couple weeks. Again, stay safe. And don't forget who the real champion is, baby. And like me, you can tell the officers, please hold my championships when you're giving your speech.
Super cool, man. Just another reminder that there are great things going on and great things happening all the time. To the person who sent me the bath bomb yesterday, I did use it. I know that's a lot of information for all of you. And it was really nice to take a bath. Maybe I need to do that. I've been taking showers, smartasses, but I don't take baths very often, mainly because I don't feel like I have the time. But you know what? Maybe I just need to make that time. So pretty great. Here's another picture. This picture is... another one of the wrestlers that I used to wrestle with in Colorado had it, and it really got to me. It was the first wrestling show I did in Colorado, which ended up being home base for me for many years in my wrestling career, and yeah, it was badass. Even though my name is not on the poster, but I'm gonna put it up. So take a look at this poster. Perfect, right? And so I remember I was wrestling Cisco Valentino, masked lucha character, and Sugar Free was his moniker. So Sugar Free Cisco Valentino, and he had a valet that was a stripper, and it was awesome. And by all accounts, I was just supposed to get squashed because this was my first appearance for these guys, and the Aslan Theater was packed. I remember that. It was St. Patrick's Day. This would have been 20 years ago at least, and mold. And so gonna wrestle this match. But the Aslan Theater was packed and it was full because they had done news stories on the wrestling school and the affiliated promotion. And it snowed because it was March and it was Denver, Colorado, which sometimes it snows in April, as Prince once beautifully sang on the Under the Cherry Moon soundtrack. You like that? And it snowed, and as the heat from this crowd, and everybody's packed in this place, right? As the heat rose, the snow would melt, and this shitty roof, it would drip. So there's water everywhere. In what they called the locker room, there's water, and there's water in the crowd, and there's water around the electronics. It's fucking bananas. A lot of good memories of the Aslan Theater and of CWO in particular. I'll always consider that like one of the main places. That was my home promotion. If I had a home promotion, that was my home promotion. A lot of love for that. A lot of love for that poster, too. And by the way, the guy that had that picture, who wrestled as C-Block, made an action figure of me as Lethal Litigator that I've been trying to get from him for 20 fucking years. So if he's watching this, and I think there's a good chance that he is, fucking just sell it to me or something, for God's sakes. I don't have any money right now, but I'll fucking find a way. I want that damn thing. There are other action figures of me. One that somebody made of Stephen Platinum for the Brawl show that I did in Atlanta. And I believe there's one other one as well, which is awesome. I would love to have them. Of course I would love to have them. Oh, it's time. A lot of great response to me calling that last fight about the Shovel Girl fight. And I was, as I was doing stuff in my house, I'm cleaning, trying to find more work, trying to make more money, trying to do all this stuff, trying to plan out these videos. I've always got something on the screen, and I was watching Officer and a Gentleman, which is a movie that I feel very, very close to because my father, who was an aviator for the Marines, I remember watching that movie Officer and a Gentleman with him and him describing like, yes, this was definitely a part of my officer training and prep for flight school. And it was just one of those movies that gets my dad talking, like Top Gun, Officer and a Gentleman, those fucking Clint Eastwood with Clyde fighting movies, every which way you can and any which way but loose. But my father and I bonded over some pretty strange movies. But Officer and a Gentleman, definitely one of those movies that I always associate with my father, who I miss very much. Somebody was asking recently about my mom. My mom is in like the DC area, and she's doing okay, but she's in her 80s, and it's tough. Luckily, my sister and her family, who are all wonderful, I fucking love them, they're right there with her right now. But where my mom is, they're only allowing her, they cut off all visitors, so they let my sister see her like twice a week. So it's just a tough time all around, I think, for everybody in the country, and my family is not an exception to that, and I'm certainly not an exception to that either. By the way, the subscribers are up to 195. Me and my kids are going to have to put this video together by hook or by crook for 200 subscribers. Anyway, so Officer and a Gentleman. Sorry, I got sidetracked. You know how I do. Officer and a Gentleman. There's a fight that takes place. There's a couple fights that take place within that movie. By the way, Deborah Winger. So wonderful. But this one is the final confrontation between drill instructor Foley and Richard Gere's character, played by Mayo. Richard Gere's character, Mayo, not played by anybody. Richard Gere played Mayo. Sorry. Suffice to say, spoiler alert, that Foley knocks the gerbil right out of Richard Gere. And here is that fight called by yours truly. We've got a barn burner of a fight brewing here. We've got drill instructor Foley going to be taking on Mayo, who he has been calling mayonnaise for almost 12 weeks of officer training. They're going to settle it right now. Both of them look fired up. This is personal. There is no doubt about it.
All right, Mayo.
They're both gearing up. They are ready to go. And here we go! It's been gearing up. They fought one other time before when Mayo was very new. Very nicely done. He has impressed Foley, and he catches him with a, look at that, that spinning roundhouse kick. He's actually got the attention of Foley. I'm not so sure that's something that you want. Catches it, trips him up, stomps him on the ground, but nice drop down toe hold by Mayo. Right now, a lot of motion, moving left and right. Foley, though, very methodical. Catches him with the back of the hand twice. Blood as red as mine indeed. Oh! Kick to the gut. Almost an axe kick-like maneuver to the upper back. Foley trying to decide what, Mayo trying to decide what to do. Excuse me, this fight's so intense. Oh, he got up, but a little too close, did not have his guard up. Caught a shot, but then retaliates right away with a series of kicks. Now urging Foley to get up. Foley doesn't like that one bit. He wants to settle this on their feet. Nice, he catches the fist. Two kicks, and then a spinning kick, and then he comes in. Oh my God! Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. A kick right in the mommy daddy button. He made about a pound of grandma's nut butter right there, and this fight is over. Your winner of the fight by technical castration, drill instructor Foley. We've got a barn burner of a fight brewing here. We've got drill instructor Foley going to be taking on Mayo, who he has been calling mayonnaise for almost 12 weeks of officer training. They're going to settle it right now. Both of them look fired up. This is personal. There is no doubt about it.
All right, Mayo.
They're both gearing up. They are ready to go. And here we go! It's been gearing up. They fought one other time before when Mayo was very new. Very nicely done. He has impressed Foley, and he catches him with a, look at that, that spinning roundhouse kick. He's actually got the attention of Foley. I'm not so sure that's something that you want. Catches it, trips him up, stomps him on the ground, but nice drop down toe hold by Mayo. Right now, a lot of motion, moving left and right. Foley, though, very methodical. Catches him with the back of the hand twice. Blood as red as mine indeed. Oh! Kick to the gut. Almost an axe kick-like maneuver to the upper back. Foley trying to decide what, Mayo trying to decide what to do. Excuse me, this fight's so intense. Oh, he got up, but a little too close, did not have his guard up. Caught a shot, but then retaliates right away with a series of kicks. Now urging Foley to get up. Foley doesn't like that one bit. He wants to settle this on their feet. Nice, he catches the fist. Two kicks, and then a spinning kick, and then he comes in. Oh my God! Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. A kick right in the mommy daddy button. He made about a pound of grandma's nut butter right there, and this fight is over. Your winner of the fight by technical castration, drill instructor Foley. I have too much fun doing those, and I'm working together with somebody to come up with an intro for those segments, which I think I'm going to call "Let's Get Ready to Platinum." I'm having a lot of fun doing them, so I'm going to keep doing them. Fuck you if you don't like them. I've already recorded a couple of others. That's how I spend my afternoon when I think of a fight. And if you have ideas for fights, by the way, message me, let me know, whatever. Like, oh, you should call this fight from this movie, or you should call this thing. And it's like, I would love to do it. So, favorite picture and favorite video. We're already here at the end. My favorite picture, let's go ahead and make room for it. My favorite picture of this show is that. I love old wrestling pictures as a rule. but I especially love Mike Moonahan had a picture because once in a while he'll say, you know, on this date, so-and-so wrestled so-and-so and whatever. But I knew who this was right away. It's Cowboy Bob Ellis. And Cowboy Bob Ellis always played babyface. And I saw him speak at the Cauliflower Alley Club years and years ago. When I met Danny Hodge, by the way. One of my favorite pictures I have of myself is of me and Danny Hodge. That's a great story. In fact, I'm going to tell that story on Patreon. I'm writing it down now so I can knock out the Patreon video after I do this. About Danny Hodge. By the way, for the new subscribers to Patreon, thank you very much. And to people who've been asking and they want to give me money directly through PayPal, thank you very much. What else can I say about that? You guys fucking rule. I'll keep putting out this content. People are now sending me like little intro videos. Trey Davis is coming through with more pictures and the CVW logos and all that stuff, and it's great. And I'm thrilled to add them to my fucking crudely made, but made with love and a great deal of affection videos. So thank you guys. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Anyway, Cowboy Bob Ellis, he's still up here. So Cowboy Bob Ellis said the smartest thing I've ever heard about being a babyface in wrestling. And he goes like, all these people want to praise me for being a babyface my whole career. He goes, well, being a babyface just means you ain't nothing but a show off. And it completely changed my perception of how wrestling worked. And I got to talk to him briefly to ask him to explain himself. And he goes like, babyface ain't nothing but a show off. That's why they like call to the crowd before they do a big move, or they're constantly looking for reassurance from the crowd. And that's a lot of the reason that they don't cheat, is because they want to prove that they're so great they don't need to cheat to win. Whereas heels will do anything to win. Like, they don't have that kind of moral code. They're willing to do anything to win. That's what makes them heels. Whereas babyface, you know, they're show off. They want to be loved. It completely changed how I understood the psychology of wrestling. So Cowboy Bob Ellis, you're a great man, deserved to be in the Cauliflower Alley Club, got the awards that you got and the fame and accolades that you most richly deserve. And I was really happy to stumble upon your picture right here. All right, now my favorite video is by a guy that I booked before as John Cruz, but he wrestles as Serpico. I didn't even realize it. I saw him at that Mayhem at the Mills show, and I didn't even have time to talk to him afterwards. He's one of my favorite people. We actually had him on Tipping Point once upon a time, though we had audio problems. But he's just a guy I think a lot of, John Cruz Serpico, and he put together this amazing video. Let's go ahead and fucking watch this ridiculousness.
Minutes later.
What the shit, Hammerstone? That's a terrible idea. What? Is it? No. It's dumb. I'm going to bed. I'm not going to entertain the thought. I'm just going to bed. I'm tired. I'm going to try it out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let's go.
15 minutes later.
Okay. Alright. You know what? I don't give in to peer pressure. I'm not doing this. Why would I do this? I'm not doing this. This is stupid. It's stupid. I'm out of here. Okay. H2O. Okay, close enough. Alright. Yes. 1 scoop. 2 scoop. And a half. Okay, just do it. Just grab the can, just put it in there. Okay. balance. Yeah, okay. Hey, baby, it's okay. Okay. Guys, your gas is gonna move! It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end.
Great stuff, funny stuff. The wrestling community just coming through in fine style. It's just absolutely wonderful. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up so I can do all the post-production to it and get it out there for everybody. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to try to get that P-list out later today, and I hope everybody's taking care. I hope everybody's doing well. If you really need, if you just want to talk, when my kids right now are with grandparents and their mom in Melbourne, Florida, and I know they're going to be there at least through the weekend. I'm missing my kids a great deal. So, man, if you want to talk, you want to chat it up, I'm more than willing. I'm just going to be cleaning the house and getting more of this money somehow, some way. Keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. May I kick a little something as I breeze through. Anyway, take care. Comfortably Platinum.